Late this afternoon, we got two pieces of breaking news in the Mar-a-Lago document saga. First off, we learned the special master, the independent arbiter requested by Team Trump to sift through all the documents and slow down the process. The special master, Raymond Dearie, is officially off the job. After the 11th Circuit struck down the special master's appointment last week, we were all waiting around to see if the former president would appeal or ask the court to temporarily halt its decision while Trump's team figured out its next move. Today, Team Trump made it official: no appeal, which, given its record thus far, is worth noting. Team Trump is actually going to accept defeat here. Now, as a result of this, the Justice Department will be able to access 13,000 government records that they seized from Mar-a-Lago. Things finally seem to be moving along here, at last. And yet, there is still the unanswered question about whether there are more documents out there. It is an open question, and it is a pressing one. The Justice Department has spelled out in court filings how it remains concerned that more classified records may indeed be missing. We have reports that a top DOJ official reached out to Team Trump this fall, essentially saying, "We don't think your client gave us back everything." And the DOJ has good reason to be concerned here. Remember that in May, the DOJ subpoenaed Team Trump for all remaining classified records. The next month, government officials took a field trip to Mar-a-Lago to meet with Trump's attorneys to see about those missing documents. And it was at that meeting that Trump lawyer Christina Bobb signed a sworn statement that, to the best of her knowledge, there were no more classified documents at Mar-a-Lago, which was totally untrue. The FBI would end up raiding the President's Beach Club a few months later and finding a lot more classified documents. And that Trump lawyer, Christina Bobb, she herself has now lawyered up. She is no longer involved in defending Trump from investigations and is herself reportedly under scrutiny from the Department of Justice. Then yesterday, the Washington Post reported that Trump's team has, in recent weeks, unearthed 2 additional classified documents from a storage unit in West Palm Beach. I mean, if you're the DOJ, this whole thing has gotten almost clownishly frustrating, which is why the news tonight would seem to make quite a bit of sense. We have learned this evening that the government is running out of patience and is now escalating its quest for possible missing classified documents. Here's the Washington Post scoop. Prosecutors have urged a federal judge to hold Donald Trump's office in contempt of court for failing to fully comply with a May subpoena to return all classified documents in his possession. The Post reports it is a sign of how contentious the private talks have become over whether the former president still holds any secret papers. In recent days, Justice Department lawyers have asked U.S. District Court Judge Beryl Howell to hold Trump's office in contempt. That is according to people who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe sealed court proceedings. The Post reports the judge has not yet held a hearing or ruled on that request. The Justice Department wants a sworn written statement from Trump's lawyers attesting to the fact that all of the documents have been returned. But complying with that pretty straightforward request appears to be something that no one on Trump's legal team seems willing to do. And hey, can you blame them?